In front of your very eyes, have you ever seen a person you looked up to undergo a dramatic change? Once upon a time, Kristy McNichol shone brightly on our televisions as the pinnacle of beauty and brilliance. However, her appearance today is very different. We all admired the star. What became of her? Stay tuned until the very end, because her narrative delves into the ups and downs of a life in the limelight, and it's both inspiring and tragic. All right, everyone, get ready to reminisce about those great performances and iconic TV series, because we're going to be delving into Kristy McNichol's life today. Kristy was a major star in the 70s and 80s, when her stunning good looks, charisma, and acting chops won her legions of admirers. With her appearances on Family, Empty Nest, and Little Darlings, she became a household name and won our hearts. Kristy was once a stunning actress, but her life has taken some surprising twists and turns over the years, leaving her with a completely different appearance. Let us go into her fall from grace and discover what caused her to fade into oblivion. Kristy McNichol had a life and a look that were drastically altered by the personal problems that accompanied her meteoric rise to fame and early success. Growing up isn't easy for any child star, but Kristy's story is more moving than most. Her remarkable transformation from a cherished actress to someone who is hardly recognizable prompts contemplation of the demands of fame, inner struggles, and the human cost that one can incur by being involved in the entertainment world. Why has Kristy, who was once a stunning celebrity, now faded from view? In order to discover, let's explore her life more thoroughly. Midway through the 1970s, Kristy McNichol emerged as one of Hollywood's most in-demand young actresses. Her breakout role was as the charming and endearing Chris Peterson on the hit TV series Family, where she provided much-needed humor and warmth to the home. Kristy's beautiful appearance and natural acting talent won her many accolades, including 2 Emmys for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series, and she became a fan favorite. Empty Nest, in which she played an energetic adolescent dealing with the challenges of coming of age, and Little Darlings, a hit that demonstrated her acting range, were further successes in her career. A genuine celebrity of her time, Kristy's performances were characterized by her capacity to transmit real emotion and engage with her audience. Despite her seemingly perfect on-screen demeanor, Kristy's real life was anything but. The stresses of stardom started to get to her when she was making the leap from child star to adult actress. The entertainment industry is notoriously cruel, and a successful career in the field necessitates overcoming both professional and personal obstacles. Her battle with alcoholism was a major element in Kristy's metamorphosis. Kristy, like many young celebrities, was subject to intense pressure to maintain her fame, live up to fans and the media's lofty expectations, and endure their unrelenting analysis. Kristy turned to alcohol as a means of coping with the pressures and demands of her profession, which can lead to negative coping techniques. At a time when many people are already struggling with their own mental and emotional health, Kristy's fight with drinking started when she was a teenager. Kristy struggled to cope with the perfect storm of celebrity stress and personal problems. She was successful, but she fell into a downward cycle where her career and attractiveness were both impacted by the industry's demands. It got harder and harder for Kristy to keep up her acting career as her addiction got worse. As her personal troubles grew more prominent, she found it tougher to land roles that had previously been effortless for her. There is a lot of pressure to succeed in the entertainment industry, and problems outside of work may swiftly ruin even the brightest careers. Kristy struggled to maintain her great trajectory in Hollywood and land new parts due to her alcoholism. The effects of Kristy's addiction extended beyond her professional life and into her personal relationships as well. As her behavior grew increasingly unpredictable, it put a strain on her relationships with loved ones and co-workers. A lack of support and stability made an already difficult situation even worse for the actress, who had been fighting inner demons. Kristy's look likewise underwent a dramatic transformation throughout this period. Her body went through a lot of changes as a result of her alcoholism and the pressures of her job. The aftereffects of substance misuse diminished her once radiant skin and distorted her young looks. Many of her early fans were taken aback by how drastically she had changed for the worst. Even though Kristy faced these obstacles, her narrative still has a glimmer of optimism. She has made some public appearances in her efforts to get her life and career back on track in recent years. Kristy has acknowledged her addiction and is actively working to overcome it. She has sought therapy and is determined to succeed. It is possible to discover a way to healing and rebirth, even in the midst of enormous adversity, as her road towards recovery demonstrates. Kristy McNichol's decision to tackle her addiction directly was the turning point in her path. Kristy courageously decided to get sober after realizing that her drinking was ruining her professional and personal life. Making this choice was the first step down a bumpy path, but it was essential if she wanted to take back her life. People had different reactions to Kristy's decision to get help. A small but vocal group of admirers and colleagues in the field were rooting for her to reclaim her star status. Few believed she was capable of overcoming the long-standing problems that had beset her. Kristy remained resolute in her vow to change, no matter how difficult the road ahead. Rebuilding her life and career would be extremely difficult if she did not deal with her addiction. Furthermore, this watershed moment brought to light the terrible truths of the entertainment industry, where the destructive effects of fame pressures are all too real. A cautionary tale, Kristy's narrative highlights the significance of mental health and the necessity of support structures to assist individuals in coping with the pressures of public life. A tale of achievement and tragedy, Kristy McNichol's descent from a stunning, beloved child star to an unrecognizable stranger is a gripping one. Her early achievements in the entertainment sector demonstrated her remarkable talent and charisma, winning over both fans and critics. But her career and appearance were irrevocably changed by her descent into addiction brought on by the stresses of celebrity and her own personal troubles. Even though Kristy had a tough time of it, her story is one of perseverance and strength. Her recent sobriety and life rebuilding efforts are an inspiration, showing that it is possible to heal and start over after suffering a great loss. The narrative of Kristy serves as a potent cautionary tale about the dark side of celebrity, emphasizing the significance of emotional well-being, social networks, and inner resilience in dealing with the challenges that come with being famous. It is important to remember Kristy McNichol's accomplishments in the entertainment industry as well as the challenges she overcame when we look back on her life story. She has shown that there is hope for a better future and atonement even in the worst of times, and her tale is an inspiration to many. In your opinion, Kristy McNichol's path is worth following? Let us know what you think by leaving a comment.